This makeup tutorial right here, yeah, it's tea. It's tea. It's tea. It's tea.
Zany boss, what's our door, brand new bag. College girls, give a nigga head in my raps. Rockstar life, so much money, all bitch you would have, hey. The bitch they hate, can't miss what you have, hey.
Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I achieved this flawless, soft glam look, please stay tuned and stick around and let's get into this video. Today's video is a little bit different than what I usually put out. Usually I put out talking videos, vlogs, but today we are going to do a full-blown makeup tutorial. So first I'm going to start with my brows. I'm using the Benefit Goof Brow Pencil in the color 5, and I'm kind of just tracing along my brow. It comes with, it's double-sided. It comes with two sides. It comes with this side, and it comes with the actual side that has the pencil. And I'm just going to my brows like that, exactly like that. After I just trace along that shape, it already fills in kind of. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I've been highly contemplating microblading because I feel like I just want to wake up out of bed, roll out of bed, and then my brows are done. Like, I don't want to have to fill them in every 2 seconds, you feel me? Like, I just want to be on go all the time. So I'm highly contemplating that, so we'll see. If anyone has done microblading and has any like recommendations, or if they would recommend it, and please comment down below what your experience was like. Would you recommend it? Is it worth the investment? Because I do know microblading in the New York, New Jersey area is so expensive. Like, I don't think y'all realize, like, microblading around where I'm from is so expensive. So I just want to know if it's worth the investment. So it would technically be an investment if I was to do it. So I just want to know if it's worth the investment, and if it's, I should just be doing my regular thing, like doing this. Next, I'm going to take my Too Faced concealer in the color Chai, and I'm just going to put it on my eyebrow pencil brush, and then I'm just going to trace along my brow, my natural brow. I'm looking at a mirror right here to like see what I look like. So I leave that on and let that, you know, marinate. Y'all, the key to the perfect face beat is having an amazing skin routine. Like, I wash my face, I did my skin routine, and y'all see how I'm like kind of glowing, like the natural glow. But and also put on your sunscreen, babes. Put on your mineral sunscreen. But yeah, so I did my skin routine, and your face needs to be moisturized. Like, you're about to put all this stuff on your face that might cake it up and dry it up a bit, so you have to have nice moisturized skin underneath it so that it's good, like it's chilling. So while that's cooking, I'm going to put on my primer. I have the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and the reason why I'm not gonna lie, y'all might crucify me, but the only reason why I'm putting on primer is because I don't want to sweat my makeup out tonight. Usually I do not wear primer with my makeup. There's actually no rhyme or reason to it. I just always just forget it in my step, and my makeup still ends up amazingly fine at the end of the day. But like, for nights like this, like I'm going to a Stalk'r concert, I'm going to a party, like I need to make sure that if I sweat, I'm still like, my face is snatched still, you know? So I let that sit in for a little bit. The next up is concealer. And my best friend Buki, she put me onto these new Pat McGrath concealers. When I tell y'all, this is the truth. I have 2 shades here because I like to use like a lighter and a little bit darker shade. I have the shade M21 is my lighter shade. I have that shade M26. So for the lighter shade, I go on the inner corners of my eyes, and then the darker shade I go the middle center of my eye and the outer end. So I'm going to take my M21, and you guys are going to see what I'm about to do. I wanted to just literally like that, literally. And with Pat McGrath, a little goes a long way, so I don't have to dip this back into the bottle, if that makes sense. Like, the product from the first pull out is what I'm using for under both eyes. A little goes such a long way. This formula is so rich, I love it. Like, it's becoming my new, because I used to be a Too Faced born this way girly underneath my eyes, but y'all, I have graduated. I sweat a lot. I don't know if anyone else does, but I used to think that I sweat so much that I used to think I had hyperhidrosis, which is like when you excessive sweating. And I hated that because as a makeup girly, it's like it's hard when you're sweating it all off. Like you can beat your face so beautifully, but if you sweat it all off, it's like, what was all that for, you know? So I just felt like I need to figure out a way where I'm not about to be sweating off my face. See how like one dip out did all of this? And it's so tiny. Like these are very tiny, but they're so powerful because there's so much product in it. So as that's sitting, usually I'll go in with my Morphe, but I ran out of Morphe, so I'm using my Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And I'm just going to spray that on my eye and let that sit. So as that's sitting, the reason why I set this with the setting spray, one, it adds more moisture, and one, it really locks in my concealer so that I know that it's gonna last the night. So I'm gonna go in. I don't really wear foundation like that anymore. Although my skin isn't the most even, I feel like I don't really need to wear a lot of foundation because it's just too heavy. So y'all, next I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and this isn't really a foundation. It's something that the Sephora worker told me that they put under foundation to help you really bring out that glow. And like I said, I don't like to wear anything too thick, so I like to just take that and I just put that here, 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 and a little on my forehead. I mean, I feel like the forehead, I don't really need it, but yeah, listen, amen, amen, gotta do what gotta do. So yes, I'll take that, and I'm just going to how flawless it looks. Of course, you're gonna bring it down a little to your neck, but beautiful. And I'll also blend my forehead, of course, because I'm sorry, but people be forgetting their forehead nowadays, and I'm just like, nah, absolutely not. So I just take it like that and just, yeah, blend, 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 blend. Perfect. And next I'm going to take the, I love the Rare Beauty liquid blush. I'm going to use the color Grateful, and you don't need to use a lot. Like with this, a little goes a long way as well. I really just either do 2 dots or I'll do, yeah, 2 dots usually. And I actually like to use my hands to blend this out as quiet as it's kept. Tea is, I feel like, trust me, I tried brushes, I tried beauty blenders, but at the end of the day, I always like how this blends way more. I know, you're gonna say, oh, it's a lot, but trust me, it's all gonna come together in the end, baby. Sometimes I'll even do, I'll reverse it. I'll put this blush underneath the Flawless filter thing so that it's like a, you know, like a little pop of blush showing out underneath it. So I'm just taking my brush that I use for the Flawless filter and just going over that just so it's not as like pungent, but like you see how it's like a subtle blush moment. I love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back to my concealer because I don't only conceal like under my eye, I also conceal like my chin, my lip area. So I'll go underneath my chin with the M26 in the Pat McGrath concealer, and I'll just conceal all the other parts that we talked about, even the center of my nose. I'll let that sit. And now I'm going to contour. I'm going to use a Black Opal True Color contour stick in the shade Cafe Owl. I don't know what number this is. It's kind of like messed up down here, but it says Cafe Owl. So I hope that helps. It's a really dark shade. So I'm a really dark babe. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to put in all the places that I really want my contour to show, obviously, which is the top of my forehead and right here, and also down here. Get that chisel snatch look, okay? I want to now blend that out. I'm just going to take my blending brush, and I don't have any brush names yet because it's not like I use any super fancy brushes. I think I just ordered this brush set from Amazon. So before the makeup police try to get me and be like, what brush did you use? Like, I actually just have a link to these brushes. I think I'll probably try to find a link and then try to add it to underneath my bio. But I do want to upgrade though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, one of my biggest makeup inspirations, her name is Uche Notori. She is phenomenal. Her makeup, like when I tell you, her tips, her tutorials, they have literally they've brought my makeup this far. Like, I was never doing all this. Like, my face was never eaten like this. So when me and my best friend Buki, when we found her, we just picked up from her skills. Like, she had so much wisdom, so much, and she had such great tips that, like, we picked up from her and went with it. Like, we truly loved it.
I'm a big dog and I walk around with no leash. I got water on me, yeah, everything on Fiji. Zany boss, what's I do? Brand new bag.
So now that it's been a minute, I'm actually going to go into my brows and kind of blend that out because I don't like it just sitting for too long. Kind of angle it so that's flat now, and then just blend it down like that. Drag it down. Bam. Give you that really sharp defined brow that you're going for. Usually I like to do above it, but because I have baby hairs from my install, it's probably not the best decision to do such a thing. And then I'll just blend out like that sometimes if I feel like my brush didn't do the job on its own, just so that it's like not as harsh. Bam, look at the difference. So this is blended, this is not blended. So I was talking about my makeup inspirer, I should say, like who really helped me like get into makeup, and also like not even get into makeup. I feel like I've always been into makeup, but I feel like I just never really cared when it came to my face about like how to do things correctly. So I was kind of just doing things how I felt like they should be done, not how they actually were supposed to be done. So I wasn't getting the best results from them. And then when I watched Uche, I realized, oh, the proper order, that like there's a method to the madness. Like, you know, like there's a method to the madness. Like, things are done for a reason. You don't just do things to do them. I mean, you can, because in this life you can do whatever you want, but it's also like sometimes if you want a specific result, you have to do it a specific way. Y'all, when I was younger, I was too afraid of using bright concealer. Like, as a dark-skinned woman, I was like, oh my gosh, like what if I don't blend it right? Like, what if I just look like a ghost because if I go too bright? But y'all, as you know, in the UK makeup, the UK baddies are eating the makeup game up. And once they showed us that, like, girls, it's okay to use bright under eyes, I see why everyone started picking it up all of a sudden. Everything else is done. Now I'm going to actually like blend out the concealed parts. So I want to start with my forehead, because I start in the area that I don't want excess makeup to pick up into. So for example, if I was to start underneath my eyes here and then go to my forehead, there'll be so much product on my forehead, if that makes sense. So because this is such a small surface area, I don't want that much product on here. I start here, so like the amount of concealer that I have on it is what is being used, you know? Y'all, with concealer you have to blend. You cannot leave shawty hanging. So you blend, 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 blend. And then I just literally like squeeze it. Oh, this makeup brush is from Smashbox. I don't remember the number, so I'm going to just add the link to the description so you guys can just go buy it. But I was put on this makeup brush by Uche. She put me onto this makeup brush and the makeup brush I use for my bronzer, but you're gonna see that later. If you get anything from this video, you have to get this brush. Having a good brush to blend your concealer is so important. So if you get anything from this video, please get this brush. Like, please. I'm telling y'all. So the way the chin works is, I think this is very important, because sometimes if you just have a bright under eye and you don't do your bottom of your face, it's kind of just like there's a line, not a line of demarcation, but it's like, what? Like, hair will be so dark and then it won't match. So you just have to this is like how I get it so that in photos, like, it just looks seamless all around. So I'll take it and I'll just go around my mouth. Literally just go around my mouth area. Like, I don't even bring, I used to do it under here too, but I don't like too much product. So I try to make the most that I can with what I have, and I try to make a little bit of product go a long way. So we're just going to keep blending that around. As you can see how my mouth already kind of brightened up a little, which I love, and like I like it being a little bit brighter in pictures, so it can really give you the effect. So it can really give you the effect that you have your face be. See y'all, look at, we already came such a long way. Like, you guys see it? Like, let me back up a little so you can see where we're going with this. We just have to do this under eye, do the powders, and then, you know, we're getting there. We're making headway. So now after all of this, I can finally come back here. So now you see how there's product still on my brush from doing here, and now my mouth. Now I'm going to take this product and I want to start on the outside first on both sides, and then I want to do the inside. Remember how I have a lighter concealer inner corners and the darker one out, and the darker one is still the same color that I use on everywhere else. So I'm going to start this side, and then we're going to go in the inners. So I take it up here. I like to go make a line across like that, a little cat eye. It really helps bring my eyes up. Like doing this, like it helps my eyes up. It makes the eyes look higher than they are. You guys still see that hint of the blush from earlier. It's not the only blush we're using, but it's nice that that's the base. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And I just take my inner corner and I only bring it across this area. Like I don't go all the way around my under eye. Like just bring the inner and a little bit over. That's it, a little bit over. So I kind of like to go back after my concealer is done. I go back with my dark contour brush and I just contour my nose. And you see that area that we made, that semicircle, I just kind of blend it with this so that they blend together. And then this side I repeat the same process, and I kind of go back here and then I come up like this, drag it, I do this, and then bam. Look at that, look at this base. What base do you know is giving us this? Like excuse me, who are you? I know I could air dry it, and I do sometimes, I do, but in this scenario sometimes I like using my fan to not only speed up the process but just give us a seamless look all around. I'm going to now set the face that we just did with powder. So I'm going to take my translucent Laura Mercier powder. It's a mini form because I don't use too much of it, so this has lasted me a long while. So I take a little bit and then dab it on a beauty blender, and this just sets in your concealer in place so it does not move. Whenever I do this, I used to get like little lines underneath my eyes, but I realized I was getting that because I wasn't setting it with the translucent powder first. So ever since I started doing this, it has been a game changer. I just take a little bit and just go across my under eye like that.
Bridges and I let the fire light the way. Kicking my feet up, left the PJs on a PJ. Yeah, I'm a big dog and I walk around with no leash. I got water on me, yeah, everything on Fiji.
But you have to set your makeup, because if not, girl, when I tell you, it doesn't matter. You could use the best of the best liquid concealer, but that thing gonna move. I'm sorry, if you sweat, that thing is going to shift, baby. Well, I hope that's not your case, but from my experience, I know that I melt super easily whenever I don't set first. So for my blush, I'm going to use the NARS Exhibit A blush. Where's my blush? Okay. See, I don't like when my brushes be doing disappearing acts. Like that's like the worst. Like when you see something and then you look back and it's not there. So I'll take a little bit. A little goes a long way, y'all. This one is I think I want to go a little bit more because it's just a little bit more of a dramatic face because it's a shake, everyone. Okay, next things next, we are going to add our loose baking powder. I like to use the Huda Beauty Easy Loose Baking and Setting Powder in the color Cinnamon Bun. And y'all, ever since I found this, I have not let it go. If there's one thing, like one product that I am true to and I will advocate for and tell everyone to get, is this one. Like it's almost like, how can you not have her in your closet, you know? So I just take her and I'll go underneath my eye like so. Take a little bit for my forehead. After this, I actually don't let my face set. I know some people do, but it's really not my steez, not my speed. So I just take one of my brushes and I'm going to dust it off. So I start with my mouth. What I like to do is I just go over and there's one dust, literally one dust on each side, just so like that huge top layer is gone. And then I'm going to take the same kabuki, but before you go back in with this kabuki, remember there's product on here, so I like to like dust it on my hand first or literally anywhere else to get all the excess powder off. Dust, and then I'm going to take my kabuki and then I'm going to kind of just, this kabuki got, y'all, I used to use a beauty blender to set this. powder, but ever since my little sister literally gave this to me. She said she saw a makeup artist use this and she loved it, and I have not stopped using it since to set my setting powder. Like, this thing sets it so seamless and flawlessly. I love it. I'm gonna need another one because this one's getting a little like overused. Y'all, look at what this does. Like, do y'all not see like how good it just did that? Like, whoa. And I go all around my face, go around my mouth. She is eating tonight, and it's good because I have so many things to do. Like, I have a lot to do. And if you want to watch what I did this weekend, go back and watch my New York City Fashion Week vlog. Had all the tea, all the scoop. It was fun. But right now I'm bronzing my face with the Fenty Beauty, another staple, in the color Mocha Mami. Love her down, like, y'all. A little bit above it, and then I go up. Like, whoa, do you see this? You see how it just automatically brought like this sense of warmth back to my face? Like, look at that. Crazy. I'm on the side of my nose as well, and then I do the side of my, do where my like right up here. Perfect. Do you see how like my face automatically got warmer? Like, if you thought it was bright before, look at it. Flawless. Literally flawless. If you want to have fun with it, sometimes I'll take my bronzer and I'll go over my eye with it, just so it's like bring some warmth back here as like eyeshadow, because I love the color of this Mocha Mami. It's so beautiful. It's such a pretty pink. Like, sometimes, but you know, it's not necessary. But this makeup tutorial right here, yeah, it's tea. It's tea. It's tea. It's tea. And we are done. I'm just going to set it again with my airbrush setting spray. This is optional if you want. Well, it's not optional. Set your face. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope that if you're watching, you took something from this. This was helpful or beneficial to you in any type of capacity. But if y'all want to see more makeup videos like this, give it a huge thumbs up, like this video, send it to a friend, comment down below what you want to see specifically. But thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you guys next time. See you later. Sincerely, Portia.
College girls, give a nigga head in my raps. Rockstar life, so much money, I'll make you laugh. Hey, the bitch they hate, and you can't miss what you love.